Good evening, everybody. It is Halo here, and in today's video, we'll be discussing narrative and draw liquidity. If you're watching this video, you've already seen my part 1, which is my Halos model video, which includes model 1, model 2, and also a piece of model 3, which I've mentioned briefly. You've already seen my checklist video, and you're ending off with this, which is the narrative and draw liquidities video. Very basic video, nothing too crazy. To be honest with you, it's going to be just supplementary commentary off of what I've already mentioned in the prior videos or in prior videos that I made in the past. So if you've came this far, congratulations. Thank you for watching. And again, keep on taking your notes and hopefully you guys enjoy. So some foundational information I'll be covered within this video: how to understand price action, right? Important highs and lows, the DFRs, and higher time frame and lower time frame correlation. So many of you guys are going to utilize or should already know these concepts to go ahead and formulate a draw on liquidity or a narrative. If you don't already, you're going to struggle. These are the foundations of how I look at draws on liquidity and how I go ahead and use these as a way of forming a narrative in price when price is either manipulating, distributing, or accumulating. I reference all these to guide me through what price may do next. So understanding before utilizing, understanding price action, right? Your economical calendar. When trading quarterly theory, your economical calendar is the time indication on when price is most likely to make a high probability high or low. With the injection of high impact news, your understanding of delivery will unravel and spark opportunity for a trade. Meaning, if you're trading, let's say potentially you're expecting a high to be made, you're expecting this 8:30 news from Tuesday to make a intermediate high, right? You will usually wait until after the news releases to then go ahead and enter a trade, right? Now, if you're expecting, let's say, Wednesday red folder distribution, you will usually enter before that, let's say 10 a.m. news distribution. You enter at 9:30, 9:45, and you'll have a loose stop loss to then target that distribution, right? You're expecting price to deliver without mitigating any new highs. So that's really how you're supposed to be looking at your economical calendar. I do not use any weekly outlooks. I usually I have a rough idea of where price may go to next by Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. I don't like to formulate one on Sunday night because with the amount of volatility that we've been having these past months, one, I'm limiting myself and I'm planting a seed of what I want to see price do, which I don't like to do. I'm day trading, I'm not swing trading, so I'm taking each day, day by day. Right, I'm letting price action do its thing overnight, and then New York open in the morning, I go ahead and see if I should either click the buy or sell button or if I should step away. So highs and lows. Price runs by either creating new highs or new lows. Your objective as a trader is to identify which high or low is valuable. Is price more likely to make a lower low after seeking this high, or is it going to make a higher low and then make a new high? Right? Those are questions you should be asking yourself as a trader when you have sequential SMT, cracking correlations. Is price going to make a new low from this high being taken out, or is price just going to seek a discount and then re-mitigate the high later on and stop me out of a trade? So highs and lows, right? What are the important ones? How are you going to use? How are you going to utilize them for narrative and draw liquidity? So obviously, previous quarters highs and lows are extremely important and are going to be the main thing you're going to utilize for your trading to understand draw liquidity or narrative. So previous day high, previous session low, previous 90-minute high are going to be key points in price, are going to indicate you where price may go to next. So if the previous quarter high, let's say previous day high, gets mitigated, and I'm going to reference that in another slide in this video, you can look for sequential SMT, and if there's a sequential SMT, you can take a trade off of it, right? DFR high and lows, not the projections, the actual high and lows. I mainly use the Asia DFR high and lows as a reference point. I don't like using the microcycle. I mainly use Asia. I sometimes use 90-minute to go ahead and reference it as well. And if there's microcycle for New York and it's the high and it creates doubling, then I'll look at it as well. But I don't really look at the micro one. I only primarily look at the Asia DFR high and low, and also I forgot the weekly cycle, Monday high or Monday low, or the high or low of the Monday range if the DFR aligns with it, right? So that's also going to be covered in another slide in this video. So also too, news highs and news lows. A lot of people fail to understand that. News highs and news lows are high areas of liquidity. Leftover orders that have not been filled need to be filled, and news highs and news lows are usually the bulk of those, right? So look at those as reference points and where price may reverse or may tap the POI and flip, right? These are all important when it comes to understanding narrative and drawing liquidity. These three should either be targets or should be POIs to potentially pace a trade, right? References, right? Here's a prime example of what I'm going ahead and would most likely use in terms of, let's say, a trade for the week or for the day. When I look to take trades on Tuesday, I look heavily at Monday's DFR range to see if there's sequential SMT created with previous day high or low. That's if, of course, the DFR is the high and low of Monday, right? Usually there will be 3 or 4 cracking correlations present if sequential SMT occurs with Monday and Tuesday. Now, I didn't specify here, but if, of course, if Monday's high and Monday's low, or if Monday's high is the DFR high, and we create sequential SMT at the high, you're usually going to have 2 or 3 cracking correlations form, right? So number one will be your sequential SMT that you create, right? Your DFR high cracking correlation as well. You're usually going to be above true week open as well, which as you can see, we're already above true week open. And you also might be above true day open as well. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cracking correlations, and 5 if you include the PSP, maybe even 6 if you include the lower time frame sequential SMT or any other 5-minute cracking correlations in price, right? So there's a bunch you can go ahead and utilize to reference Monday and Tuesday, which is why Tuesdays tend to be the manipulation period. Monday's your DFR range that you're going to go ahead and gauge. Tuesday's your manipulation because it usually could create, if there's red folder news, the bulk of the cracking correlation so that support a reversal or a distribution in price, right? Utilizing true opens, NWOGs, NDOG will greatly assist you in your drawn liquidity. If you're above TXO, true day, true week, true month, sell. If you're under TXO, true week, true day, true month, you're looking for longs. Old highs and old lows that are resting just above or below NWOGs or NDOGs are valuable POIs if you want to see price reverse, or if you're looking for one more sweep of an internal high and that internal high is resting just under a NDOG or an NWOG, wait for that high to get taken out, let the NWOG get tapped into, look for your confirmation and enter the trade, right? There's multiple ways to go ahead and reference price and take trades off of it. So utilize these as reference points within your trades, right? Utilize it as reference points in price as well. These cracking correlations form that sometimes people may not give a fuck about, but they actually give you the most valuable information in price. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any questions you guys may possibly have, feel free to DM me or ask me in the chat. Hope you guys have a great day.